Alrighty guys, as you can hear the Dragon Ball Legends TOP walkthrough video. This is going to be part 2 of 2 for the standard edition. If you guys are looking for the pocket edition, it will be linked in the description down below. Alright, so last time we saw each other, we came off the boss fight. So you have two options here. You can either go straight above you for this really easy fight, or you can go for this fight right here, which is not the worst. It's just if you want to greed a little bit, get a little bit more points. Personally, I'm going to just go for the easy fight. Alright, so personally, I think I kind of want to do something like this. We do have a lot of cover changes set up right here, right? So we are like Operation Protect Rage Shenron. So Cell is in range of the Sin Shenron. This Trunks is in range of the Sin Shenron. Or keep calling him, I want to call him Sin, but it's Rage. And then this guy is also in range of the Rage Shenron, right? So we're basically going to just try our best to keep him up and healthy. As for our attack order, I do think we go for this guy first, and then we go for the other Reds, right? That way on turn 2, the Reds are not going to be attacking the Sin Shenron. And then we can go for the Yellow Majube, this baby, and then this guy at the end. Alright, so that went perfectly. Rage Shenron didn't take a lick of damage. That's due in part because all the cover changes got activated, by the way. 1.3 million. We did get the full kill, and we are chilling. Next fight is going to be straight above you. 5-fist difficulty. It is against this Whis fight. I think this is a very easy fight. It's definitely feasible for you to bring in that Rage Shenron here. So this is the team formation we're going to use right here. You do have to remember that, so the Cell, for his, he needs to be above the Rage Shenron, and then this guy has to be below the Rage Shenron. He's at 36% HP. He's only going to get those cover changes procced if he's below 30%, but I still want them just in case. And it is fight 15, so you have to start bringing out your high boost units, which is going to be the Rage Shenron, which is going to be the Cell. The first unit I am going to go for is actually going to be the Red, and then I'm going to go for the Whis, right? Hopefully we can get the Whis out in turn 1. Usually you go for the Whis first because he stuns you on turn 2, but if not, it isn't the end of the world. But definitely want to get those two out of the way, and then I can go for the Blue Ku, the Golden Frieza, the Shisami, and then this purple at the end. Alright, so that one was alright too. Rage Shenron once again getting some heals there, which is what we need, bro. I'm telling you, those cover changes. I used to always like just doo-doo on the cover changes, but once you get a unit below 30%, you heavily got to rely on them sometimes. 3.1 million, we got the full kill in a rush. Next is once again straight above you, 5-fist difficulty fight against this fight right here. There's no red units. All right, that's pretty much the best thing I can say about this fight is that there's no reds. All right, so this is the team formation we're going to use right here. We're still playing very carefully with this guy's life. And also too, there's a lot of debuffs coming into the middle column and the middle row, right? So you have Trunks is going to get hit by it. This guy's going to get hit by it. It is what it is. But most importantly, this guy is not getting hit by it, right? So in that fight, you do have some cover changes right here. I mean, just one, right? So Android 18 has a strike and blast cover, but only to the left and right of her. So she has no range, but she is doing it like above, below, left, and right. So she has a strike cover for Rebrianne and for the Urine. So first unit, listen, the high priorities here, straight off bat, is the Kiawe, the Urine, and the 18. Those are your high priorities right here, right? I have the Butang super attack to use. Obviously, can't really use it on the green unit. I don't know if we're going to be able to get 18 out of the way, but I know we can get Rebrianne out of the way, and she debuffs on turn 3. So let's go ahead and get her out of the way, even though she's lower acuity. And then we can go ahead and start working on the greens into the yellow, and then we can get Vados and Kale at the end, and I think that'll be fine. Alright, so coming out of that one, pretty easy, I would say. We didn't need any cover changes. They never dropped him below 30% HP. And as you can see right now, he's back up to 50%, which is massive W for us, right? Because we were very worried for his life. And having your high tier die is amongst the worst things that can happen to you. Next is going to be straight above you, 3-fist difficulty fight. Again, this fight, bro. This goddamn Broly movie fight. Alright, so this fight does concern me a little bit. I'm taking out both the yellows here. Even this guy, even though he's at 53%, I don't think it's worth the point trade-off for him taking a bunch of damage after we just barely built him up and not even built him up all the way. So we're going to go ahead and just do this. Alright, so there are a couple cover changes in this fight right here. So the green Broly has a strike cover change for this purple coat. What we've dubbed him. And then the Legends Limited Broly, he actually does get his full range, right? Because he does the row above him. So he has a cover change for the green, this red Frieza, and for the fusing unit. Alright, so what I'm thinking here is since my green attacks first, and then my Butanks, we can get this guy out of the way into this guy right here, right? Because you don't want to see them transform on turn 3, right? Right? Don't let them transform into Gogeta. And then we go for the Kari Broly, and then you go for double reds after that into the Goku at the end, because the Goku is a little tanky. We are going to get stunned here by the red Frieza. Nothing we can do about that. This guy's going to debuff one of our units. He restores speeds at random. Nothing we can do about that either, which does make the fight a little tricky to navigate. All right, so super easy fight. Didn't even feel like a boss fight with the setup that we had right here at 3.8 million. It was only a 3/5 difficulty, so shouldn't be too hard. I still don't regret not bringing in either of the yellows here, though. I think that was the move for sure. So now we're going straight up here, 4/5 difficulty fight against the Ginyu Force. Another one of those fights where I really don't think this is going to be that bad, but I kind of don't want to bring in the Raid Shenron just because we're focusing on the tag units first rather than the red units. You know what? We can try it. We could try bringing in the Raid Shenron here, see how it goes. I think we do have this fight pop up a couple times. We'll just make like this guy's getting a super attack on turn 2, right? So that'll help out exponentially. We'll just go ahead and save that one over there. I saw in that fight there is a couple cover changes, right? So the Jason Birder, they have range for this red Jace, the red Ginyu Goku. This guy has cover change range of nobody. And then the purple Ginyu does have a strike cover for the blue Raccoon and then this tag unit right here. So we're still going to go for the tag units first, right? So both of these guys, and then I'm going to immediately just go for the double reds and then Raccoon and then obviously the purple revival unit at the end. Hopefully this goes well. All right, so it wasn't terrible. I mean, we got to use our boost units, right? So I guess that's still worth 6.3 million. He took some damage, of course, but he didn't take too much damage to the point where he's lower than where he started. So now we're going to go ahead and veer to the left. So 4/5 difficulty fight. It's the same fight. Same fight. We can do the same thing. So this will be the same team formation right here. I did move everyone over to, or the Raid Shenron over to the left side because I don't want anyone occupying this tile to kind of like mess up my attack order. So I will still be going for the tag units first into the Reds, Raccoon, and then the Ginyu Goku at the Revival Ginyu at the end. And we already know the cover changes right here, which is the Jace tag unit having a strike cover for the red Jace and the red Ginyu Goku, the Raccoon tag unit having strike cover range of nobody, and then the purple Revival Ginyu having a strike cover for the blue Raccoon, and then the yellow Raccoon tag unit. Yeah, I don't know what it is, bro. It feels like, I mean, he's still at the same spot, but it feels like once he uses his taunt mechanic on turn 2, it lingers, bro. Like, they continue to just target him, bro. I don't know. Like, is that... No, dude, it's only for one turn. It says only for one turn. Enemies focus on this character for one turn. Activates once, but it doesn't feel like it, bro. It feels like on turn 3, they continue to just target him. Next is to the left of us, 5/5 difficulty fight against this... Sagas from the movies. There's no red units here, so I think Raid Shenron is safe to come in. All right, so this is the team formation I'm going to use right here. I am going to take out one of our blue units, which is going to be the boot tanks. I mean, if he was full HP, I probably would take out the Super Baby too, if I'm being real honest, but he's not, and so I need him alive. So we're going to do it like this. So the only unit that has a cover change here is the Goku, and he only does it above him. So it's just the yellow Broly. He only has it for the yellow Broly, which is fine, honestly. So attack order, I am going to go for the Dragon Fist first into the Bojack. And then I do want to start working on the transformation characters into the Bardock. Bardock is going to debuff our key restore speed since we have powerful opponents on the team. It is what it is. And then we can go ahead and go for the EX at the end because I'm not worried about him. Oh, that was a super easy fight right there too, right? 8.6 million, and that's what we like to see right there. Look at my shadow. Look at my rage. Look at him. He's building up. Let's go. Got the full kill. Next fight is to the left of you, 3/5 difficulty fight. This one is going to be a tough one. It's the Zero Mortals plan. There's debuffs here. There's support here. There's a guaranteed super attack here. It's rough. And remember, you do not want to be on this lower panel, right? There's the extra debuffs right here, but these are going to be our units we're putting on backup. I know our turn 1 super attacker is on backup here too. There's 3 greens. I don't think he's going to get too much value here long term, right? Like it'd be nice to snipe out the red off rip, but I don't want to give the enemy 2 blues to potentially super attack with the Ultra Rose, right? This guy does have a super attack. He's also being protected by my cover changers, right? That's a blast cover right there, and then a strike cover right there. So we should be good. So this fight, they actually did make it a lot easier by removing the red CMZ at least. So the only cover change here is from the Ultra Rose, who has it like in the 4 corners area. So just for the blue Goku Black and for the Zamasu assist unit. So attack order, I would love to get the Ultra out of the way and to getting the red unit out of the way so he doesn't attack my yellows. And then we can go ahead and go for the blue, these 2, and then this guy at the end, because remember, once you hit him, he gets extra debuffs. Yeah, so even at the 3/5 difficulty, you're still taking some good damage onto Rage for sure. 7.4 million did get the full kill. I do think taking out Boo Tanks was 100% the move there. So next fight is to the left of 5 difficulty against Future with Legends Road Trunks, bro. Legends Road Trunks. All right, so this is my team formation. I'm going to take out a yellow. I'm going to take out this guy. I think we should be good with this right here, right? We have our boost units in. We have our heals. This guy's getting the super attack right here. This guy's going to get a super attack on turn 2. Should be solid. So in that fight, the only character that has a cover change is this guy right here, and it's just to the left and right of him. So he has a blast cover for the yellow Trunks. So of course, the first unit I'm going to go for is going to be the tag droids, right? It's a red unit, and then Boo Tank should be able to handle that, honestly, alongside the green Trunks, right? And then we can go for the Legends Road Trunks. We had to go for him before going for any of the Gohan units, because after that, I want to go for this guy probably. Maybe those two are interchangeable, but then you go for the yellow Trunks into this guy at the end. All right, so 5 hits difficulty, not bad at all. 11 million off of that, and this guy has a super attack, right? This guy's super attack. We are kind of doing pretty solid right here, and we did not get blast covered by this. I honestly probably do think we should go for the yellows a little earlier. After taking out these two main threats, right? Just because this guy did take a good chunk of damage, right? It's not too noticeable right here, but he did take some damage. The next fight is to the right of you guys. Almost the same fight. The only difference being that there's no LR Trunks, or well, the main difference being that there's no LR Trunks. Now I'm going to use the same team formation right here too, so I'm going to go ahead and just keep leaving these guys on backup. The only cover change here, again, is from this Gohan blast cover change to the left and right of him. It's for the green 17 and for the yellow Cell. Low-key, what I do want to do here is, since this guy has a blast cover for someone, most likely, right? Let's go ahead and go for the tag droids first, then this guy into the... I want to get both of the yellows out of the way, secure our purple's survivability or Cell, right? And then we'll go ahead and go for the tag units, then we can go for the EXs at the end. All right, so pretty solid right there. 5 hits difficulty, right? We got 11 million off of it. Wanted to see a little bit more points there, but that is okay. Next fight is going to be an easy one right above you, 3 fist difficulty, and it's the same fight. It's the same fight. All right, so this is the team formation we're going to use right here. These two have super attacks. We're saving both of those, right? And then we can go ahead. This will be Baby's last appearance on the team. So for attack order, I do think we still go for the tag droids first, and then we actually go for the green unit, especially since we know that the future Gohan doesn't have a blast cover for him. The blast cover only for the green 17 and for the yellow Cell. And then we go for the Gohan, the Cell, this guy, and then the purple at the end. Again, super easy fight right there. I really don't have to worry about that one at all. 10 million, which is kind of expected from a 3-fist fight, right? At least as long as we get above 100 million, I'm okay with that. Now for your last fight, it is going to be to the right of you. 4-fist difficulty fight against the Boo fight. So we already did do this one at the first half. We got demolished by it, but we have super attacks this time around, so it could be different. All right, so this is the final team formation right here. So backup member, I know we didn't use it. We probably should have just used the super attack in the last fight, but he's just, listen, my train of thought here is that we have 3 C tiers in play for our main team, for our team in general. For this final fight, you want to milk as much juice out of it as you can. So we're putting 2 C tiers on backup, only limiting ourselves to 1 on the main team, and it is going to be the Cell. It's going to be a little bit more helpful here because there's 2 blue units here rather than just the 1 yellow, right? And then plus he's also Zenkai buffing this guy, which will be helpful as well. So for this fight, we already know the cover changes here. So the Ulton has a strike cover for the Supreme Kai, the Kid Buu, and for the Fusing Super Vegito, which sucks. He has a really broad range. And then the Supreme Kai himself has a strike cover for the Fusing Super Vegito. And then the Evil Buu has a blast cover for 18 and the Fusing Super Vegito. So the Fusing Super Vegito is super well protected, and it's very annoying. As for our attack order, though, we are going to go for this guy first since we have the Trunks Ultimate Arts. And then we're going to go for this guy since my yellows attack at the end, and then Piccolo attacks at the beginning at the start of turn 2. Then we can go for the Supreme Kai, the Kid Buu, and then we're actually going to go for the Evil Buu since he has a blast cover for the 18, who we will target last, right? This is if our Evil Buu doesn't proc his blast cover for the tag Fusing Vegito. As that fight went freaking perfectly, dude. Part 16 milli off of that fight, dude. And we finished it on turn 3. Dude, look at my rage, bro. Like he's on the come up. He's on the up and up. Look at him. I think we planned that one out perfectly, especially having fought it in the first half and doing absolutely piss poor performance, right? Almost getting my Rage Shenron killed to this. I'm very happy with this result. And so before we close out the video, let's go ahead and see where we lie on the leaderboard. So as of right now, we are sitting at rank 1,215, and I think that's more than enough to secure us that juicy 1,000 CC. As we speak, the current cutoff for that CC is 83 million points, 83.7 million points to be in that top 25%. It's still early, right? The season doesn't end until Tuesday, so this can increase. Not to worry, we still do have a TOP season to look forward to for next reset, because they already announced next season's pickup characters. So we will be doing a guide video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later!